Star versus the Forces of Evil and Star Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension belong to Daron, Nefcy, Disney Channel, and all other people associated with its creation. Please go support Star versus the Force of Evil and go buy this book. Okay, hello everybody, and now it's time for part 2 of chapter 3 of the Star versus the Forces of Evil Guide to Mastering Every Dimension. Here we go. The Kingdom of the Waterfolk. All the rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans outside of Butterfly Castle are the domain of the Waterfolk. Don't call them Seeple. That's the only world word for them, and it's considered offensive. It's said the origins of their kingdom date back to the time when people were so bad at carpentry that their homes kept falling into the sea and rivers. This happened for millennia, and many perished before the people adapted to breathing in the water. They eventually stopped building on land and just stayed underwater. That said, the Seeple, Waterfolk, are known more for their adaptability and their intelligence. To put it nicely, if you've ever heard of the phrase, "you're as dumb as a merman," well, that's where it comes from. So yes, the Waterfolk were once humans or mumans and just started, living underwater. And they've adapted and changed to better suit that. Dolphin Day. Like most people from Earth, you probably heart dolphins. When those Save the Dolphin commercials come on TV with a dolphin swimming in a human garbage or wearing an old shoe for a hat, a single tear rolls down your cheek. Well, you can stop feeling bad for dolphins because they have their own dimension. Dolphin Day. Guess what? They're total jerks, says Ponyhead. The dolphin days are rude and bossy. You're just chilling, minding your own business, and then a dolphin gets in your face and yells, "Make me a sandwich," and you gotta do it. It's illegal to ignore a dolphin on Dolphin Day. It happens enough times and suddenly dolphins aren't cute anymore. So why go there at all, you ask? No one goes to Dolphin Day on purpose. Don't you mean on purpose, says Marco. Much like a pancake house, you just sorta end up there after a night out when everything else is closed. Roll with that, but beware. Do you like tea? How about having your brain washed? Neither? Then stay the heck away from St. Olga's Reform School for Wayward Princesses. It looks like a prissy girls' finishing school, but it's really an individuality-destroying police state. Free thinking is not a catchword of the day at St. Olga's. Beware the solitary confinement chamber, where your free will be overwritten by boring princess etiquette slideshows. If you don't know what a slideshow is, it's like a TV, and if it was slow and boring. A note from Marco. I almost died at St. Olga's twice. You're almost dying on a lot of things twice, Marco. The first time was at the hands of some robot guards, and the second time I almost died emotionally in the solitary confinement chamber. I did learn that I'd make a great princess. I really wouldn't say that pink is my color, but I wouldn't mind wearing a poofy dress every now and then. It's kind of liberating. And now from Ponyhead. Okay, so yes, St. O's used to be a scary brainwash dungeon, but after I led the rebellion. You led the rebellion, says Marco. The headmistress, Miss Haynes, couldn't hang, so she split and all the teachers were like, "We need to get paid or we can't teach." And I was all like, if you need to get paid, then why did you become a teacher in the first place? Boom. So all the teachers left and then St. Olga's became like a total party school, which was awesome. Then all the princesses got all demanding and were like, "Ponyhead, we still want to get an education." And I was all like, "Excuse me, did you say something? I'm so sorry, I did not hear you, I was asleep. 'Cause you were boring me talking about education." Oh, and then they kept being like, "Ponyhead, we need food. Ponyhead, the lights don't work. Ponyhead, this, Ponyhead, that." Finally, I was just, okay, this place is boring, peace out. Choose your own dimension. Speaking of dimension hopping, this is Roy. Roy travels the dimension in his goblin dog truck, looking for worthy recipients of his otherworldly goblin dogs. Think of him as the Santa of processed meat. Everybody loves a goblin dog. Only problem is the goblin dog truck is a little tough to find. A note from Ponyhead. Ponyhead's advice for braving the line at the goblin dog truck. I've eaten 1,000,000 goblin dogs. I think we've established that is a lie, says Marco. Like more than a mil, like a zill. And you've gotta be chill, 'cause it's a long line and you will wait forever. Unless you are a VIP, very important pony. Or you go with a VIP, like me. But you can't go with me, 'cause this VIP is taken. Right, B-Fly? So just don't go to the Goblin Dog truck, 'cause you won't get any Goblin Dogs without me. XOXOXO. On this page, feel free to draw the kind of dimension you'd like to visit and make it super awesome so that Roy will bring his truck there. Dimensional scissors. If you want to travel to other dimensions, you gotta have these. Dimensional scissors are not easy to get unless you borrow them from your parents or steal like Ponyhead did. Actually, I found them in the bathroom at the Bounce Lounge, guys, says Ponyhead. It's totally up to Hekapoo who receives them. She's a magical being who forges all dimensional scissors. She's the only being in the multiverse with this ability. Using the scissors is complicated and involves a thorough understanding of space-time continuum and multiverse theory. Girl, I just use them like a pair of scissors. No space-time continuum necessary, says Ponyhead. Okay, you do kind of just use them like normal scissors. You take the sharp parts and make a little tear in the fabric of space-time, but you gotta really think about where you want to go, or you could end up someplace terrible. Like St. O's, where I almost died twice, says Marco. Princesses aren't the only ones with dimensional scissors. Some of the bad guys got them too, like Ludo. His set have little horns on them that look like his skull hat. Cut along these dotted lines. Design and decorate your own dimensional scissors. Each pair is special, so make one unique to you. Backside. Cut along the dotted line. How to turn Earth into your home. Tower Spawn 101. Earth is awesome, but if you're a magical princess from another dimension, you'll notice that Earth neighborhoods lack castles, so I recommend making your Earth home feel more like your home by turning your room into a princess tower. Here's a step-by-step guide. 1. Go into your Earth room. You will recognize it from the feeling of boredom that it gives you. 2. Think of an unboring princess tower and point your wand at the ceiling. 3. Yell, sparkle, glitter, bomb, expand, and blast. 4. Watch your princess tower grow into your new room. Some people might not want their homes remodeled by a visitor from another dimension, but in the case of Diaz's, well, I never asked. From Marco. Whatever you do, don't use the Mystic Room Suck Transform spell, or you'll end up with a black hole that sucks down all the important things you need from your bedroom, like your bed and your clothes and, stuff. And here is Star's bedroom. Top level, staircase to dome. Wonder what's up there. Werewolf poster. Rawr. Middle level. Sea captain portrait. I think that guy spoke to me once, says Marco. And we all know that this sea captain is Alphonse the Worthy, Eclipse's father. Balcony. I can launch fireworks from here. Not saying I have, but I could. Aquarium. Ooh, little puffer. Ground level. Star's canopy bed. My bed. Woohoo! It bounces. The pillow absorbs tears. It floats in water. Star's trunk, full of cuddles and stabbies. Open at your own risk. Good call, says Marco. Star's room. Magical mirror. Call mom. Clothes on the floor. Easier to find them this way. Weapons on the wall. Stabbies. What goes down? Star explains the toilet. There is a magical place in the DS's house that I like to call the bathroom. Even though Earth has lots of other names for it, like restroom, no one really rests there, but sometimes when I'm in the bathtub, I fall asleep. But you could drown, says Marco. On it, Marco. I'll just do a spell to make the bubbles in the bubble bath wake me up. Oh, okay, says Marco. It can also be called the water closet, or powder room, or toilet, which is confusing because there's already a toilet in the toilet. That's kind of true, says Marco. I never thought of that before. The toilet is the center of the bathroom's magic. That's why its nickname is the throne. That's only what my dad calls it, says Marco. It's full of crystal blue water that's so clear you can see your reflection in it. You pull the magic lever on the toilet and the water disappears, but then it comes back, and Where does it go? No one can be sure, but it's likely that the toilets are an entryway to a bunch of tiny water slides that run through your house. There are lots of objects you can send down the water slides, but here are some of my favorites. Bowling balls. They are heavy and round and very hard to get into the toilet. Anything alive, living creatures are afraid of the toilet and will fight you. Laser puppies. See everything alive above. Hopes and dreams. Write them on some toilet paper and send them down. You never know who's at the other end to read them, but maybe they'll come true. Marco's hoodie. Nope, we're not going there, says Marco. Gloss trick. See anything alive above. Glitter. Goes down easy and looks like fireworks in the toilet as it spirals down the drain. And that, my friends, was the end of Chapter 3, Map of Dimensions. We didn't just learn, some basic facts about dimensions. I really liked the stuff that we learned about the Waterfolk dimension, and we learned some history about Waterfolk. We learned about the Amethyst Arcade more and how it works, about Dolphin Day. We learned even about Star's room and her weird fascination in the toilet, and that she puts Glossric down the toilet. Eek. And we learned about dimensional scissors. Hekapoo is the only one with the ability to make these scissors. We learned about St. Olga's, and yes, it is on Muni. And so I guess if Muni and Earth became one, that means St. Olga's is part of Earth now. And all those princesses that were at the school either are now on Earthny, or whatever you call Earth, fused with Muni, or they were sent back to their own dimensions. Which I guess if Kelly was sent to her dimension, I'm sure all those princesses were too. And so it was an interesting and long chapter. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for listening. Star vs. the Forces of Evil belongs to Daron Nefcy, Disney Channel, and all other people associated with its creation. Please go support Star vs. the Forces of Evil and go buy this book. I might have said Book of Spells, but this is Star and Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension. Thanks. Bye.